Okay, I think we're live. Okay, so anyway, I'm really excited to start tonight, and whether or not we have people watching this second or we'll have people watch in replay, I'm really excited to be with both of you and on this video and on this chat to discuss really what it is about your journey that made the biggest impact for each of you. Um, if you could start, both of you, with a quick 1 minute I story, like when you started, when you went into DIQ, where you live, what's your life like, what's your family situation, do you have children? Just tell us a little bit about you. So, Lesley, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. I start, well, Mariel Santiago, she's my director, and she asked me like a lot of time ago to start Mary Kay, and she said that she saw in me something different that she didn't have saw in other people. But sometimes you don't believe those things until like you really start and you start doing those things. And when last April, well, April 2019, and when she suggested that we can start again, like we can do things happen, I say yes. I didn't. I I forgot the word. I say yes immediately, and then I start like recruiting, and I didn't know I was good at recruiting. So people start saying yes, and with this, with the pandemic, when the pandemic started, and I already have 5 people in my group. So when she said that this was going to be like a new opportunity, like a thing that or you choose to be like, you can do better things, or you can choose to just go with it and just fell into the pandemic, like be like everybody, any like everybody, but you can be someone different, and that like really, it really motivates me, and I start recruiting people. And when I became DIQ, it was like I didn't thought I was going to be there. And last Friday, when when I just became director, it was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It happened so fast. Like Christy say, it is a hard work, but it really worth it. And I'm really really happy about it. Oh,
Like,
I
yeah,
one of the questions that you asked, I'm from Puerto Rico, San Sebastian. I have 2 kids. Anthony, he's 9 years old, and Danaya, she became 11 this month. And well, I'm a happy a happy mother, and now a happy director.
awesome, awesome. Thank you. We'll get back to you, okay? Thank you so much, Lesley. Christy, do you want to share a quick I story? That'd be great.
Sure. I started back about 5 years ago, and I was just a personal use shopper at that time. And then last year, I just decided Sean was getting older. I have a young man. I can't believe that. He's 18 now. He has Down syndrome, and he is just the light of my life. He's perfect. Don't feel sorry for him or me. I just learned how to drive a golf cart, let me just tell you. And anyway, I had decided I wanted to move up in the business just so that I could do things for him and I. That's how it originally started. And then I started recruiting some amazing girls, and they decided that they kind of really wanted more. And I decided, well, I really did too. And I just really did not think that I wanted to be able to help them, but I wanted to be able to go too. And I thought it would be great if we all kind of, when I signed April, she is such an amazing girl, and she has so much to give back along with some of the other girls. And I just really wanted to be able to help her. But in order to do that and some of the other girls, I needed to move too. And I think it gave me the drive to be able to want to do that. And so I really think by working by example, that helped me to even move quicker to want, to get it done. And so, and it makes you feel good knowing that, by working by example to help your girls, then it gets them excited. And it's just fun watching everybody, all of us working together and watching them get ready to move up and everything. So we're actually having a really good time with it. And then we just finished the car the other day. So it's nice because now I've got a couple girls that are really excited, and I think it's just the motivation of the girls and then me being motivated to go. And I'm not a young chicken, so I want to go up as fast as I can and get as much as I can, because Mary Kay is such an incredible business. I think that, we really need to share this, and we need to this is the best time for us to be able to just grab it and go. It really is. It's an incredible business, and I love every minute of it. So I am so grateful for it.
So good, Christy. And I think you brought up a really good point, and I just want to clarify it a little bit because I think sometimes we can recruit some people that are really good. And when we do that, and we get some very sharp people on our team, very people that motivate us, that we think, oh my goodness, if I don't do it, she will. And I should be, I see that going on as a director also, that sometimes, we as directors decide we better hurry up and become nationals because we've got people in our team that are very good. And if I don't do it, she will, so, and not that you don't want them to do it. You do.
Oh, yeah.
But you like to do it with them.
With them.
Yeah.
I always tell her, when you pass me, say hi. I said, so let's all go together. Let's go. Let's do this.
Why not together? Why not together?
Yes.
So, was there anything else, Lesley, that motivated you to go for directorship, and when you did? Anything in particular that, I think for Christy, sounds like it was the people she recruited. Was that true for you too?
It happens too. But I think it was like Marielle's enthusiasm. I have known her for a lot of years, and I was saying, okay, I want to be like her, and I know that a lot of people knows her, and a lot of people wants to be like her too. So why I don't start like that path so other girls can do it too? And following all she said all the time, doing everything she say, I was like, yeah, if you told me, I will do it. And that was a really amazing experience, and I am really hoping that all the girls that are with me right now, they're all humble, they're all so sweet. I can't have a better team. And I hope they feel the same that I feel, and they can do it too.
Absolutely. So I know that like both of you have developed Facebook groups where you use those groups, whether it's Facebook groups or WhatsApp or Voxer groups or wherever you're putting people, but you're putting clients into these groups, and then those clients you're going on and doing the business with them. My question to you is, how do you grow those groups during this pandemic time? What are you doing to get more people into those groups?
I'll start that. And honestly, I'm still learning, but I'm doing well. And a lot of it is learning through our other directors because they're so helpful, and I'm very grateful for that. Being a little older, I have to admit that it's a little bit more challenging only because everything is so new. So, I've learned how to we have to do that hashtag stuff, and and then you have, like hashtag Monday and hashtag Mary Kay and everything. So, and so I'm learning all of that. And then also, running specials, of course, in your closed group and doing little motivational things and doing little things like having your people invite people. But then I also reach out to each person a lot of times personally, through Messenger or through text message, that way. And then I will do something to ask them to invite two people and, get like a sample of a hand cream or something, just to try to grow my base that way. So, but I'm still learning on that part. So I'm still a student.
So,
but I'm learning. I'm doing good.
In other words, you're private messaging them, asking them if they were to add a couple people to the group they're already in.
Yes.
That you would give them something like a free purse-size hand cream.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And that works a lot. That works very well, actually.
That's great. Mm-hmm. That's great. How about for you, Lesley? Anything you want to add to that?
Oh, that the Christy say, it helped me from the beginning of my career in Mary Kay. But I start asking everybody to be my friend on Facebook, like all the people that I knew, a friend of a friend of a friend, cousin of a cousin, and after, not immediately, because I don't want to be like that, like too pushing. I just let them like in 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, that they accept to be my friend. So then I personal message them like Christy did, and I ask them to be on my team, to be on my groups, and to accompany me in a live facial, and they all say yes.
That's awesome.
That's how the group
has grown.
Yeah.
And do you regularly broadcast into that group?
No. Or personally, I just put like good messages, like value information that people may read, and trying to engage with them, and not necessarily selling. When I want to sell, well, I just create like a live broadcast, and
with their
then
friends.
Focusing on the sales. Personally, in the group, I just put like value information, not like selling, not like products.
That's great. So just information, and then when they want to do a party, you take them and put them in their own group.
Exactly.
Party, to create a group for the party.
Exactly.
Okay, that's awesome. That's really good information and helpful. Thank you. And can I just ask one other thing? What do you offer them for having a party these days?
I'm sorry, my internet crashed a little bit. Can you repeat it?
Yes. Do you offer them something for having a party right at that moment? Offer them.
Well, I always say that. Okay.
I offer the business.
Not. I don't know the word in English. I like a giveaway at the end.
Yes, a gift.
Sorteo, le decimos en español. Like a giveaway, like.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, like maybe a lipstick, or one of the little cosmetic bags, and at the end of the show, I just do that drawing and.
That's good. Oops, I think you got a little person. Yeah. Say that last sentence again, because you broke.
Just like falling. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I didn't hear your last sentence.
Oh, sorry, my internet is like falling. Sorry. What?
That's okay. You know
You
what?
didn't hear what?
I didn't hear the last sentence, but that's okay. We'll come back to you. Just one second, okay?
Okay.
Christy,
I'm sorry.
what about for you? That's fine. What is it for you that helped you grow your group, your customer group?
Oh, me? Um, you mean on my Facebook page or just my, right, just basically doing what I said. I would ask people if they would invite more people
Oh
on.
yeah, I'm sorry. I
No,
forgot I asked you that question. I'm sorry.
you're fine.
Good grief. Sorry about that. Okay. But that's very good. So let me ask you another question.
Sure.
When you're Christy, when you decide, let's say you've done a party with someone and you've decided, or even before that, you get a good feeling about that person. You want to introduce them to the company. You want them to get excited about Mary Kay. What is your first thing that you do to encourage them to take a look at Mary Kay?
What I like to do is I like to have them watch how the parties run, and then I like to show them to, I ask them to observe, and then I want them to see how everything is done. And then at the very end, I like to show them the sales. And then I like to say to them, this could, all these people would be your customers. So how would you like that? Wouldn't that really be able to help you? And at a time like this, that really is a win-win, because you're just I mean, it's like you're handing them a little book of people, and usually, you know, a lot of those parties are pretty good. So I like that. I like to do that because that way they can actually see in action how it is done. And if you don't make the party too difficult, if you stay with strictly like the skincare and do it that way. I've learned the hard way from when I was first a consultant, when I would try to do all of that at one time. You know, that's just too much. So if you just stay with the basic skincare and maybe the primer or something, you know, just basic, and you can still have a fantastic party. And if they can see that it's really doable and they know that you're going to help them get started, it really is a very easy way for them to see the business in reality. I really think so, even on Zoom.
Right. Excellent.
Yes.
It really
So
is.
I like to do it that way.
That's so good. Can I ask you, let me ask you, Lesley, when you're closing a party on Zoom, or on, is that what you use? Do you use Zoom, Lesley? Lesley?
Oh, sorry.
No.
No, I personally use Facebook.
Use Facebook Messenger to do
Um,
parties?
I do a private event on Facebook to do the skincare, the facials.
Okay. So you go right into the group that you created. In other words, you create a group.
I create like a private event, and I send invitations. I ask them if I can add them to the event, and I send the invitation, and if they really want to go, so they will say that they will be there. So I know how many people are going to be, because when you broadcast live, you don't know how many are going to interact with you, because they personally won't know, or if they are not in Facebook, they will know if you're not live.
Excellent. And how do you close them? They're all on Facebook and they're watching. How do you actually close the sale?
Well, when I finish, I tell them that No, it's really fun, and it's really easy. I just tell them that at the end of the broadcast, I will text them personally with the products that I use and with the information of the products that I use. And if they are interested, well, they will let me know. And if I will, I have parties of five people and parties of 50 people, and obviously if there are more than 20, it's really hard, maybe 2 hours and finishing these sales. But that time that I have like almost 50 people on the party, we sell like $1,000, and it was really good.
That's
They were
awesome.
very happy. So
And that's great. And do you talk about the company at all during that broadcast? Do you talk about the opportunity?
oh, I always start like telling my story and telling them that if at the end of the streaming, if they think or maybe have this idea in their mind that they can do the same that I'm doing, well, I will be I can tell them how to start a Mary Kay.
That's great. That's awesome. Christy, thank you so much, Lesley. Let me ask you the same question, Christy. So you're doing a party. You're doing your parties on Zoom.
Yeah, I do Zoom, or some of them I do on House Party, which is fun too. It's called House Party. And you can do like 3 or 4 people on there as well, and you can interact with them. So that's another easy one. I can't do the Facebook one. I don't know why. It just doesn't work for me.
Okay.
So yes.
Because we can see that there's different things that work.
Yes.
You know, kind
I
of,
mean, I've tried. I
yeah. Okay. House Party is an app.
yes.
I've never heard of that.
It works really well too.
Awesome. House Party. We'll try that one too. Okay.
It's really easy. The only problem is that
Yeah,
people
I
have to
will. I
download
will.
it.
That's
Okay.
great. Is it spelled the way it sounds, like house and party?
I think so. I got it on here. I'll tell
Great.
you right now.
That's great. I'm sure
Yeah.
we can Google
I'll
it.
get that to you later.
Okay, I'm going to just ask this question.
Yes,
to
House
Lesley
Party.
while,
Yes.
Christy's looking. Um, what when someone is a little interested, do you send them like a text and say, "I'd like to talk to you about the company"? Do you say something like that?
I do.
Do you, Christy?
I do, because the thing I've learned, it's just really honest to be upfront. I'm finding out. I don't. The only time I don't say anything is if I'm on the phone with somebody and I'm not even thinking about it, and then I find that the situation is a little bit different. I'm always listening when I talk to people, because in today's world things are so different.
Yeah.
And then so you're listening, and then if you hear that somebody has a need or something, then I will then say, well, I didn't realize that. Can I share something with you then? Do you know, and then I'll share, but that would not have been my intention for my phone call. And I'll make a point to say that. But if I'm going to make it an intentional call, I make a point to say that, because I have found that it's just better to be upfront nowadays. And so I'm very right up front.
Good for you. Good
Yeah.
for you. So tell us exactly what you might say. Let's say Lesley is the girl you want to recruit. What would you say to Lesley?
I would just say, Lesley, I would love to just talk to you for about 10 minutes. I know you have children, and I don't know where you're at with this pandemic and everything, but I just may have something that might really work for you. You know, Mary Kay it's a proven opportunity.
Isn't that
I
a
mean, how
simple
can
way
it
to
not
put
work?
it?
How can I just, this is the point right now. How can you can be home with your children with the pandemic, there's so many moms that are so worried, whether they're teachers, nurses, anything. They're so scared to send their children back to school,
Yeah.
and they're so, they don't know if they can go back to work, and then who's going to take care of their babies, and this is the perfect, and it's not being wrong on our part. I mean, we are really able to help them. This is really this is like the most perfect time for us to share that this could really, really work for them. You can literally hold your baby on your hip and work your business.
So true.
I
It's
mean,
so
this is
true.
the perfect opportunity. And I mean, I just tell everybody,
That's
and all
great.
they can say is no. And then what I say is, may I check back with you?
Oh, I love that.
And I literally text them. I do. Like, I'll text them back in about 2 weeks and say, how are things going? Is there any way that you think that this might be able to help you? It's $30, and it might be something that, it could possibly help you. Then and a couple times I said, now don't block me or anything, but I just want to check on you and just see if I can help you in any way. Because I want to help them. I'm not trying to be pushy, but until they say no, I'm not interested at all, I'm done. Don't ask again.
Christy, that's such a nice way to put it. That is there any way that this might be helpful to you?
Right.
Just such a kind.
And I just showed you where this could help you. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is the perfect this time in our life right now is just the perfect time. And if it ever came back to where, you had to go out, where you're going out to have parties, if anything, they build a customer base. They have, where if, let's say, they couldn't go out and do the parties because they had babies, but they would have already been able to build a customer base to have the residual return customers and everything. So they could still continue to do what they're doing if they had to do that. So there's always a way around it now. So it's changed. Mary Kay has made it so that you can do it, be a mom, stay home with your children, and still have everything that you've ever wanted. Be a mom, still have a job, still be able to provide.
So smart. Lesley, let me ask you this. Thank you. That was perfect.
Sure.
When you really are talking to someone and you're getting to the end of the interview, and you and both she have talked about it in a positive way, and you decided that you'd like to close at that moment and ask her to get started, what are the actual words you say to finish the interview?
Okay. Well, I obviously show them like all the enthusiasm I have and the way Mary Kay has worked for me, that I feel more confident telling them right now that it really works. And at the end of the interview, well, I just tell them, do you want to start? You feel like you want to start right now? You call you never really cooking, or maybe when you finish with your kids, and
Oh, Lesley, you're
sure.
a little bit. Don't move. Don't move.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what's happening. Most of them do it like instantly. They feel like the enthusiasm and they do it like instantly. And I personally don't want to give him like a lot of time, like, can I call you tomorrow? I never say that, because that's like a lot of time. They can think that so many things that can go into their minds that are not going to work. So I just don't let them like so much time to think about it because I know what I'm telling them, and I know it's going to work. So I don't think like I need a lot of time to convince you and to show you that you can do it. So I just like tell them that, oh, you wanted to do it now, or maybe when you finish anything you're doing today. So like we schedule like a time. So yes, call me at 8 or something like that.
So let me just I love that. Let's just pretend that you're closing Christy right now. And why don't you just say, like, you've had a nice conversation with her. You shared how you were enthused, what Mary Kay's done for you, what you think it could do for her. And we didn't talk about the body of the interview, but we can.
Okay.
But
Mhm.
let's just hear what you'd say to Christy to close. Just role
Well,
play.
I always tell them like, well, give me the opportunity to help you and to bring you into this beautiful world of Mary Kay, and I think we should start now. Can we like schedule our the first live that we can do on Facebook, and then I will start like telling like all the things that we can start, so they can feel like the emotion at the moment.
I love that. I think we should start now. And I have some ideas on how to help you get it started. And we can, we can get your group together. We can start to form your, some clients, and we'll work together to do that. I'm imagining that's what you're saying to them.
Yeah, yeah. And most of the people that I interview lately, they were like these girls that told me, oh, my best friends love my she went to my house and she loved my skincare routine, and she wants to buy you the day cream, for example. And then I tell them, okay, you have your first customer. Let's start this.
Yeah,
And that
that's
helps
so
me a lot
good.
too.
That's great. That's wonderful, Lesley. Because that's such a good question, actually, Christy. I'd love to also hear what you say. You're getting it to the end of the interview and you're closing. What do you say? Can I just say what I love what you said, Lesley, was I think we should just get this started now. That was a great sentence. What would you say, Christy?
I would first, I say, are there any questions that I can answer for you before that would stop you, from wanting to start now? So, what are your concerns? Let me answer those questions for you. And that's where I start. And then I answer their concerns. And then I say, well, do you think you're ready? I just think we should go ahead and start.
That's great.
And then I just shut my mouth.
That's great. Guys, you're very similar. Very similar. I think we should just get it started, right? Okay.
Payna?
What was that? Oh, Lesley, we lost you. Any booking tips, Christy, you could offer? Anything that you think could really help somebody to have more bookings? There you are, Lesley. Anything?
I'm sorry,
that
my internet is crashing.
It's okay. Don't worry. We see you. Christy, what would you say? You want to have more bookings. What would you do? Somebody listening who wants more bookings, probably.
Oh, for me? You're asking me?
Christy. Well, first
okay.
Then I'll ask you.
I just go down and ask everybody. I love the skin analysis app. So I do that with everybody. And I love, I like to send samples, and all of my girls send samples. And we don't have too many, rejections. I mean, some people are going to say no, and that's fine. But I just think you just need to ask everybody if they, do you mind? We have this new skin analysis app. I always say it's really spot on, and it tells you exactly what you need for your skin. And so I would love to be able to, have you do the skin analysis, and then we'll send you samples, and then we'll do skincare, a little facial. It'll only take about 30 minutes, not even. And then we can see, how you feel about the product. And if you like it, then, we'll probably be able to give you a little special on something.
That's
great.
That's perfect. And just so I'm not redundant and asking you too many of the same questions, Lesley, to close this up a little bit, could you tell us any tips that you would give someone else, maybe someone on your own team, to not motivate, but what they need to do if they want to get into DIQ right now?
Okay. Well, obviously, like this on the e-start, I think it's like something that we should appreciate.
Yeah.
Like we have to take that opportunity to grow bigger, because here in Puerto Rico, we have like so many things happening this year, not only the pandemic, but all those earthquakes and stuff, and people are still scared. So you decide if you are part of those scared people, or if you can move on to do something bigger in your life. So that like doing like telling everybody that you want to be a DIQ. Maybe all your friends are going to help you do it.
Absolutely. Mary Kay always used to say that you probably could get into DIQ just from the people in your address book. And that was before Facebook and Instagram and all the social media we have today.
Exactly.
So imagine, it's unbelievable. So any last tip from you, Christy, before we hang up today? To the same question about getting somebody into DIQ.
I think, again, this is the most perfect time to move up in the company. I think not only DIQ, anybody could go for directorship if you just set your mind to it. This is the best opportunity. Everybody is looking for a plan B. I'm learning there's just so much out there. There's so many people that really need something else. And Mary Kay a lot of people really don't know about Mary Kay. A lot of people do not realize that we really do make 50%. We really do. We really are a legitimate company. I had somebody challenge me just the other day about the animal testing that is still going around, that people.
It's crazy.
I know.
So we call a moratorium on that.
There's what?
We were the first company to call a moratorium on animal testing.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I know. And so, so there's still so much that people don't know. They have no idea out there. Yep. So it is so nice to be able to show them how, we are so in all the magazines, how we're number one in a lot of the products, with all of our items, our cleansing and our makeup lines and stuff. So we have a lot to be very proud of. I mean, I am so proud to be part of this company, and we should be. And so I think that if we go out and we share that and we tell people how we can help them, I think it'd make it easier for us to share it with other people.
I agree.
I love the opportunity instead of being scared.
Yeah, that you are helping them.
That's
And
right.
what this is
You really are, though. I mean, if you really look at our world today, you really are.
you really are.
How
Yes.
many women would like to be in a positive environment? I mean, you don't get that anymore. To work in a place where, you actually can be in a place where it's not negative and people are not stabbing each other in the back and I'm serious though. So I think if you take that approach and you just, bring people along with you, and yes, your friends, I mean, my friends are so loyal to me. I'm so grateful for them. I know it's a cliche, but it is true. Just like you, Lesley, they're going to support you, but then you bring other people up with you too,
Absolutely.
So I think just work hard and be dedicated and feed your children pizza. I listen to get on here tonight. I was telling her, text Shelly. I ran my son home from the gym. I did a facial. I rolled some turkey and gave him chocolate milk. Ran in here, sat down, and that's it.
There you are.
You
And
just
that's
got to
how we get it
improvise,
done.
and as long as you can do that, you can get it done. Right?
I agree with you.
Definitely.
I have to say that what I'm seeing is that you guys are superstars. And the directors that have come up just recently, both of you, and the 3 other DIQs, are like, you're all rock stars. Like Christy, you did 1 Month Wonder. Lesley, you got, I don't know, 50 people in your unit already. You guys are like, you're like rock stars. And I think this pandemic has brought on like a flood of being able to, on a mission to help women for you.
Yes.
And that's what I'm hearing from both of you. And it gives me great joy. And so I want to say to both of you that I couldn't be more proud.
Thank you.
And thank
Thank you.
you for being so wonderful and extraordinary, and keep going, because you know what? I really believe that you both have a Cadillac. This got your name already. Absolutely. One thing that I love about the Cadillac is it says, "This Cadillac especially made for," and it's got your name on it. Thing ever.
That will be nice, Christy, right?
Okay, Lesley, let's go.
In your car and they go, "Oh my God, this Cadillac made exclusively for Christy Warden or Lesley Rivera. This is unbelievable." So keep going, because it gets better and better and better. Anyway, thank you for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
The audience. We love it. We love you. Mwah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care, girls.